I have gone ahead and checked off a few more of my tasks and added a bit more information to my logs throughout the planner. So if you're so inclined, go ahead and pause the lesson now and do a bit of that yourself just to solidify some of those concepts. Otherwise, we can keep moving here and we're getting ever closer to jumping into the weekly review process, which I'm very excited to dive into. But before we do that, I did want to take a minute to talk about two more concepts. Number one, the planner inbox, and number two, the up next section. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about the planner inbox, and then we'll come back and talk about up next in the next lesson. Before I jump in and show you this, I do want to mention very quickly, just at a high level, what is the inbox all about in case you're not familiar. As the name implies, it's just a place to park stuff. It's a place to, in a very ultra low friction, quick capture way, throw ideas that are going to fly at you through the course of a busy week. And as I mentioned earlier in this section, I think the idea of having an inbox in your productivity system is one of the more underrated ideas in productivity. So if you've never used an inbox before, I want to encourage you to don't underestimate this idea. It's going to seem very, very simple, almost simplistic, overly simple, but again, very, very powerful. And I find that throughout the course of the week, when things are flying at me, and I'm really trying to maintain focus on the things I already decided were the most important and not lose my focus, having an inbox where I can just very quickly throw things and trust myself that I'm going to come back and process them later is a huge reducer of stress throughout the week. So again, this is a very simple concept. And what I'm going to do is place my cursor here right after the weekly productivity planner, that top level heading, and I'm going to hit return to give myself a new bullet. And here I'm going to do a page reference to what I call the planner inbox. You can see, again, I've already got that in my graph, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that, but you'll probably be adding this from scratch. So once again, I call this the planner inbox. And if I go ahead and nest a bullet underneath there, I'll give you just a couple of quick examples. So let's sort of make believe here that we're in throughout the course of the week right now. It's busy. It's Wednesday. It's 10 a.m. and I'm working on stuff. And somebody messages me in Slack, and let's say that that Alex messages me and says he needs help with a bulk membership sign up that he's processing. We sell memberships at work, and Alex needs a hand with that. So instead of like going through all the machinations of trying to figure out where that's going to work, I don't really have a context here that fits cleanly into. Do I want to stop and create one? Blah, blah, blah. Like it's just too much for me to process during the course of the week. So all I'm going to do is say get with Alex on processing the bulk membership sign up. And then what I might do also is just very quickly indent underneath that a link to the Slack thread. So Alex requested this in Slack here. And I'm going to highlight that and just put the example. So this goes back to that idea of really wanting my productivity planner here to be the spine of my productivity system and have everything that I need in there. So we're having a little trouble typing this morning. Okay, so now I've got that captured in my inbox, and we'll come back to that during the weekly review here shortly and show you how I process that next step. One more example here. Let's say my colleague Richard messages me and says he needs a new report for a sales initiative that he's working on. So Richard needs a new report for his sales analysis project. Again, I might say Slack thread. I will mention here that I have you've noticed that I do a lot of this linking where I do the word here and then link it. I've set up just a quick text expander. So it says MD for Markdown and then the word here. And that's going to drop in that word here with the brackets and the parentheses. And that's just a quick way that I do that. So again, just kind of an optional tip there for you if you're going to go down this route of adding these links. Okay, so that's it. That's the idea for the planner inbox. Again, very simple. It goes at the very top of my productivity planner, and it's simply a place where I quickly capture things as they fly at me throughout the week.